In this daily drop, we're going to talk about being transparent with clients when budgeting and bidding on projects. So let's go. All right, everyone, back from LA, a fantastic week down there, seeing friends and colleagues. The overall sentiment in terms of 2024 is extremely positive. And now with the strikes being ratified officially while I was down there, even more positive. So I am very much looking forward to next year and all of the things that it brings. But today, we're back in the barn with another episode, the first episode of the week. And what I wanted to do with this one was kind of a follow-up to, in fact, a direct follow-up to an episode from last week, which had to do with the budgeting template that I made available. And somebody made a comment, which I haven't replied to yet, because I thought it might make sense to do an episode about it. Here's the comment. It says, I take it that you have this, meaning the budgeting template to figure out numbers, just for calculations and do not reveal profit markup to client. And the answer is no, I actually do use that budgeting template and reveal the profit markup to my clients almost with every type of proposal and every budget that I submit. Because if you take a look at the budgeting sheet or template, what you're really seeing are the actual costs to me as a producer for those different crew positions and the things that you're seeing inside of the budget. Now, there may be some estimating with things like flights and what those are going to cost, because when you're budgeting those, you have to go and check what flights will be for that time period that a production might be happening. And those flight costs might go up. So you might have to put a little bit extra into those just to make sure, or make the client aware that those might change before the actual invoice is actually sent out. But by and large, for me, it's been so much easier over the years to be transparent with the client and say, for instance, if there's a director of photography at $750 a day, saying to them, this is the actual cost. That's what I'm paying that DP for their services, or for an assistant director, or for an AC, or for a gaffer, a grip, or a swing, somebody who's actually holding both of those positions. And that makes life so much easier because you're not going through line item by line item and trying to figure out how much markup you're putting on those. It's just so much easier to say, in the end of your budget, we have a production company fee. And I think it's understood that clients know that a company has to make a profit. If all you're making as a producer is a day rate, basically as a day player, then you're not building a company. You're not able to support the expansion of that company. Business is business, and you have to make a profit. Otherwise, you're just living paycheck to paycheck. So whether or not you have big roles inside of the production in terms of crewing, it is important that your company is actually making a profit. And I would say that 15% is actually low. I think you should be looking at least 20%. Remember that of any profit that you make and also your day rate, you're going to have to pay taxes. You're going to have to handle those things, not for your freelancers, but you are going to have to do that for yourself. And of course, if you're budgeting as a company and you have employees and things like that, then you have to take that into consideration as well. And anybody who runs a business that has employees understands that the employees are paying taxes, but you're also matching to a degree some of those, and there's other things that are part of the business. So don't sell yourself short. Make sure you're making a profit as a company. It's important to be able to do that to grow. And I don't think it's a problem to be transparent with a client, especially when you're showing them what your actual costs are for those crew positions. If you're not comfortable doing it, then go about it a different way. I have found that for me, for a very long time, that it has been a successful action to actually break down actual costs for a project and then show that there are insurance costs, to do that production, and that there is a production company fee, which is, and when they ask me, I say, this is the money that we're actually making on the project. This is the profit. And everybody needs to make a profit. It's part of the deal. There you go. Don't forget to. And I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.